So a few days ago, I was leisurely scrolling through some YouTube, and I wanted to watch my Acoustic's music video that I made, as any narcissistic musician would. And after I type it in the search bar, under my video, to my surprise, I see a picture of me. But it wasn't my video. So I'm thinking to myself, did someone make a video about me? So, as any curious person would, I clicked the video.
Oh!
Is that what I look like? Is that what people think I look like?
And it takes me a second to figure out if he's actually saying something good about me or if he's really just hammering me for being an absolutely terrible guitarist and producer. It can honestly go both ways, but I'm here to talk about it because this is YouTube, and everything he talked about in the video, I'm gonna put it on blast and show the whole world about it, and I'm going to address all of the key points that he mentioned. So stay tuned, grab yourself a coffee, I have mine, maybe grab yourself a few snacks, but sit back, relax, and we're just gonna check this video out. As of now, the video only has 83 views. It was posted by I Am the American. It's titled, "At Music Producer Mon Floral Garden, I'm not interested in working with them." Who's them? Who is them? We gotta figure this out.
There's some on my face.
Oh, he's talking about me. It's about me.
This video is gonna be a little different. This is got a few intentions. This is for a dude that I found today, Mon Floral.
First thing we have to address. First thing we absolutely have to address. This is the picture we used. You want to get my attention, and this is the picture we used? Okay. I'm all for, photoshopping my face and doing some stupid things, but could you imagine if I had like appearance issues and I was like super self-conscious about myself? But lucky you, I'm not. Luckily, I'm not. I was like, what is this? What is this? Okay.
For one, I want to give those of my people that would enjoy him and his content an opportunity to know him also.
Oh, well, that we can appreciate. Always appreciate someone spreading some love and spreading some kind words. I mean, we need more of that. We need more of that these days. So thank you for that aspect. Thank you. I don't know about the picture, but I do appreciate that part.
I just want to introduce myself, homie.
Well, what's up?
Maybe tell you a little bit about me, because I heard you say that you had never really come across musicians that you really clicked with, or that.
Well, first of all, that is facts. There's not many people who play guitar that I'm personally like,
oh man, let's jam. Let's jam.
It's also really hard to find people that play the specific style that I do. As I mentioned in other videos, it's a task in itself, which is why I do pretty much everything myself. What can I say? I'm a one-man show.
Felt like we're compatible, maybe by skill level or just personality or just their style.
This is
There's
facts.
all kinds of reasons, and I've had the same problem. And when I watched you today on your channel, I really adore your delivery and manner and your...
Hold on. Before we get any further, let me say this. For posting this video, you addressed how weird it was in the video. You knew it was weird. You knew it was like a little off. Like you knew that. You knew that. But let me tell you, for someone to do this and for someone to make a 30-minute video about someone else and it's just kind of like talking to them and just like, hey, I want to get to know you. It's pretty balls to the walls to make a video and address someone. I'm pretty small, so the chances of me finding it in this small pool of my subscribers and fan bases, it's pretty likely, but respectable. That is what I will say. That's not an easy thing to do. So, I mean, you got the respect in my book for really just going all the way. It's funny. This is awesome. It's awesome.
So genuine with just, you can tell that you were like raised in a good home by good people and have likely got high morals and a good strong moral compass, and you can just tell you're a good dude, bro. Like, you're a very human person, and that's something I've really struggled with other people
I appreciate that. And personally, I feel like my morals they're pretty solid. I don't really stray too far away from them, but it's just all me. I just kind of do what I want to do, but I just have my own ways of doing things. Family would pretty much appreciate that. My mom has also seen this video, so
I'm sure that brought a smile to her face. Look at that.
all jokes aside, like I do appreciate it, and it is always heartwarming when people are like, you're very genuine, especially in the large pool of the internet now. Like, people are pretty fake with things, but I'm just me. Like, honestly, if you meet me in person, I'm the exact same person. I'm honestly probably weirder in person though, so hopefully no one gets to see that.
And it's, like I said, it's just my thing. I like to seek out the most human channels I can find. And those are the ones I typically spend my time enjoying from me when I spend time on YouTube for myself, you know what I'm saying? But I just really like you, man. Like, you think that sounds weird all you fucking want, but I just
Thank you.
I really just really like you, man.
Weird, yes, but
be friends.
it's also appreciated. It's very much appreciated.
Be friends, man. I think you would be very healthy for me.
I'd be healthy for you, but are you going to be healthy for me? Are you going to be the broccoli that goes over my rice? Are you going to provide that extra source of nutrients for my growth? I'm just messing with you, but I thought it was a funny take. Maybe I could. I mean, maybe I could be a bad influence for you also. There's really two paths that could go down, so enter at your own risk.
Weekend came and passed, and by that Monday, we were on tour. I don't know how it all happened. It just happened. It just seemed like it just came. And I spent a lot of years out there touring like hardcore. And we weren't like about being Led Zeppelin or being this super high skilled band. Like, we just really, man, if you're gonna play rock and roll and you suck, you better start kicking shit over. That's all I can tell you.
I agree.
But
that's what rock is.
We were just really cool, man. You know, like, that's what it was about to me. To be able to walk into the room and be the dopest motherfucker in there, because I was just such a good guy and I just believed in what I was doing so much that when you witnessed it, you felt like, well, you were missing out on it. Clearly, I believed in it as much as I did. Surely you should participate too, right?
Stage presence is pretty big, especially when it comes to being in a band, like rock music especially. Like, you got to put on a show, you know? And if you're in there and you believe that you're as good as you are, then hey man, the fans are going to believe it too. And that applies to, I mean, an array of different things. It's pretty awesome that you got to tour. I think that's absolutely amazing. And I think it's awesome that you knew what you were there for. You knew you were there to have a good time. You knew you were there to play some awesome music for the people, you know, and you were just there to put on a show. And that's kind of what it's all about. That's definitely a bit diluted now because of how marketable you are and all these other things, but essentially that's what it is, and that's what it should be. So I think that's pretty cool. You stayed true to what you did.
Zero production, zero equipment, because I lost everything. They're made. My music that I have right now is made with. It's made with a couple old Motorola cell phones.
You produced music on some Motorola phones. Can I say anything bad about it? I don't know if I can actually say anything bad. First of all, I think it's interesting. Second of all, I think it's probably pretty impressive. I need to go listen to your stuff so we can see what we're working with on those Motorola phones. But the fact that you're able to produce stuff like that's a ghetto rig. Like, that's what I call it. I used to do shows and I would just put together anything that would work.
Anyways, my band didn't want to work with him or bring him in. Like, they were against it. But I just couldn't get past my empathy for what I was thinking I saw him go through, you know? So I eventually got them talked into bringing him in with us just to get him back on his feet, you know, just so he wasn't alone. Well, he had the path to those doors, and he took them to those doors and offered them all the money and all the equipment they ever dreamed of and all this shit, and well, they took it.
You can learn something from anything. Same applies here. The fact that your band kind of went through that process where it's like money and passion, like those are two separate paths that will stray probably the majority of people. That's where most conflict arises, is when you're faced with the choice of money or staying true to whatever morals and grounds you had when you didn't have that money. And a lot of times people take the money. Personally, for me, money doesn't excite me. I'm one of those people that I actually have to be goal oriented and I actually have to do things in order to be happy. You can give me a bunch of cars and a lot of money, I'd be like, oh, this is awesome, you know, for a few days, but I'd get sad quick. And I always have to have goals and I always have to be doing something. Always. I've been like this my entire life, but everyone's different. You know, there's nothing wrong with going for the check if that's what is going to work for your life. Not here to judge, but it's just never been me. And personally for YouTube, I just want to be a guitarist, you know, like that's it. I just want to be respected as a guitarist. I never got that, you know, and I was always younger than most of the people I play with and my peers. So that's it. That's all I want.
I just think that the potential for me and you to maybe do some, even if on a very small amount of scale or whatever, like I just, either way, we're gonna be friends.
We are going to be friends. I love it. Weird, creepy, but Jesus, it's funny. You're just like all in. It's like, we're going to be homies. We're going to be the best of friends.
You have no choice.
Like I said, weird, but at the same time, hey man, it's respectable. You're 10 toes. It's awesome though. I mean, you're true. You're true to what you do. You're serious about it. What can I knock you for? It seems like you also been through a lot. I mean, that builds character. That's how you gain your experiences, how you gain your knowledge. You know, I'm not gonna knock you for that. And I just think you're at a point where it's like, it's hard, you know? And things get hard. Like I understand, but the attitude is very much like I can't do anything but respect it.
I promise. We're good people. If you ever needed somebody, we'll be the first ones running your direction, bro. You got my word on that.
I can agree with that. Usually the people that have gone through the most in terms of like turmoil and just negative things happening in their life are also usually the most loyal people, because they know what it's like to not have things. They know what it's like to go through that terrible mindset. And they also know what it's like to not have someone there for them. So these are all things that seem pretty consistent. I'm able to build all of this from this 30-minute segment that you provided me with. There's tons of context. I pretty much know everything about you. I mean, heck, I might as well be your dad at this point.
And for my people, what I found so satisfying about his channel and his content had a lot to do with his delivery, his manner, his
guitar guru. That's a lot for me to take. A guitar guru? I feel like I've barely done anything. I feel like I have just scraped the surface in terms of like making good music. Ego just went up times 100 points, but I appreciate it. I do.
His demeanor, his character. I just really saw it for what it was.
Anti-industry. Feel that?
He's a guitar guy. He's gonna be, his videos, you'll see him playing music, and he's fantastic.
Fantastic.
And, he gives a lot of advice.
I'm fantastic.
Like just kind of getting his channel going with this, maybe.
The industry is a game. Also, for those of you who don't know, if you're not making music, you're not actually trying to grow, then really you don't know, unless you know someone who is in the game. This whole internet thing, it's all a game. Literally every last piece of it. Every video, every title, every thumbnail, how you go about doing things, how you portray yourself on the internet, it's all tied into marketing yourself and building a brand. It's not even about being good anymore, because we can all be good, but it's literally about personality, and it's about making yourself stand out. So some people choose to go that route by doing more things that are drama based, by clickbaiting titles with like more negative things, or just doing controversial things. It's how you do it now, and it's really all about how much a company can market you. So if you don't know, YouTube, music, all of that stuff, it's a big game.
I think some of you guys will really enjoy his channel.
He's sending some traffic, so that's awesome. Dude, share my stuff. Thank you. Thank you. It's so hard to gain fans and subs, bro.
Like,
it's a struggle.
Gives some guitar advice or whatever. Well, 99% of the little peckerheads that do that shit on YouTube, for one, are cynical. For two, have a very cocky delivery. And for three, aren't really giving you advice. They're using it as an opportunity to show off what the fuck they're doing. And I found none of those.
You make a great point. When you're looking at any video and you're trying to actually learn something, I can speak for music because that's the niche that I'm in, and that's also the niche I spend the most time viewing and observing. When a lot of like these guitar instructors, when they're like,
I'm gonna teach you how to play a triad or like some diminished augmented
sevenths. A lot of times they're really just trying to sell you something. It's really just to be like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about, and you don't know what you're talking about, which is why you're watching the video. That's essentially all that they're trying to prove. And I'm not saying all of them are like that, but that is a very, very common thing amongst like the worlds of like music and teaching and advice. Everyone's trying to get a one-up. Every last person. Personally, I don't really care. I don't care. I'm satisfied with what I do. I'm satisfied with the way I play guitar. Of course, I need to be better. I want to be better, need to be better.
Same thing.
I'm getting back on my feet. This is actually the first time I've picked up a guitar in a decade.
In a decade?
That's how much I was hurt.
Jesus, in a decade. I'll go like a week max. Even in that week, I pick it up for a few minutes at a time. Like if I'm busy. 10 years of no music, dude, it must have hurt you bad. Like it really must have. And I'm not here to like make fun of your situation or to judge anything. When you 10 years, something had to be bad for you to just completely avoid doing it for that long. Like even a year is a lot, but Jesus, I mean, 10 years.
This is the first time I've ever played acoustics, period, in my life. Never had an interest in them before.
While I said that, if you guys haven't seen that acoustic video that I talked about earlier, can you guys please go check that out? Can you please go check it out? As 400 views. The video's literally like 2 minutes. Not even. Can you check it out, please?
That Telecaster you had, it's very you. Very distinctly you, man.
Thanks. Thank you. The Telly was a gift. It was a gift.
It was very sonically you, if that makes any sense.
I get what you're saying.
I saw that it was invented for you, bro.
For me.
Like, that guitar's meant for you.
That's special. That is special. That guitar was meant for me. Funny thing is, I don't know too much about music gear because, like I said, I'm not around too many musicians, and it's typically the older musicians that know a lot about the technical stuff of guitars and such. I have a very basic knowledge of everything. I have a basic knowledge about how pickups work. I have a very basic knowledge of how guitars are made. I'm actually making I have a basic knowledge when it comes to the whole guitar inner workings. I play guitar. Like I play the instrument and I try to play it well, but it's hard to play well and also like know how to do so many other things with it. It takes a lot of time. And I've also only been playing for 12 years. You have a lot of time over me in terms of guitar playing. I do need to check out your stuff. I got to see what you're working with, but thanks for the video. Thanks for the video.
I swore I'd never come back to music. Maybe us two even do something together, or maybe you could just help me.
We're gonna stop the video there. Let me say thank you for sharing. I have to make a video on, of course. And I'm also small. This is the first video that I've came across. So I mean, for me, it was shocking. So what do I look like not addressing it? In all seriousness, it sucks. Like everything you went through, completely understand why you wouldn't want to do music after going through so many things like that. It's very heartfelt. I can tell you're pretty genuine with everything that you're saying, just as you can tell that I'm genuine through my videos. Same thing through that 30 minutes. So let's do this. I can produce. I have no problem producing. I make songs for people all the time. How about we make a little track, I'll make a little demo track or something, and we can do a little collaborative piece on it. Just because you went out of your way and you made a 30-minute video. Just because you did that, I guess it's the least I could do. Of course, I could do nothing. I am aware. For all of you watching, I am aware I could do nothing. But I think that'd be nice. I'd be down to do a collaborative track. Comment down below. We'll get to talking. I am the American. We'll see what we can do. We will see what we can do. I appreciate the support. And I really appreciate the kind words you said about me playing guitar. Like, I work really hard. I try. So it is nice to know that it is well received. That's all I need. Thank you. And all of you guys, I will see you next time.